Hello, welcome to Friday Live in the Should I Stay or Should I Go relationship support group for women. Happy to be with you guys today. Please type in, say hello if you're here so we can see who's here. If you're watching the recording, yeah, type in and just say hello. So today we are talking about what do you need to be happy? I'm thinking about all of you in this new year, and just my heart is going out to you if you're feeling unhappy and frustrated in your relationship right now. I'm talking to so many women that are just having such a hard time, and it's actually kind of a good sign. I know, as painful as it is, if you're feeling really unhappy, that's your heart talking to you, that's your soul urging you. It's time to make some change. And if we don't address the things that are bothering us, it just that discontent just grows and it gets louder and louder. So it's actually if you're feeling really frustrated and unhappy right now, I'm going to invite you to look at that as a good sign that it's just an invitation for you to start to take some action. And I'm happy to be here to be able to support you in doing that. And so, the question that I have for you today is, what do you need to be happy? And, most of us we're in our relationship and we're focused on what's missing. What are we not getting from our partner? Most of us, the big problem is that just there's that sense of disconnection that, we've just grown apart, or there's that, we don't spend time together, we don't communicate. And so that's actually pretty common. That's the number one most common thing is that just that sense of disconnection. I know that was my big issue too in my marriage when I was married at the time. And there's a lot of good reasons why that happens. But, those are things that actually can be improved. And, we'll talk more about that. I'm excited to share with you. We're having another 5-day training coming up the week of January 25th on the 5 keys to discover if you can make your relationship work. So that's coming up. There's a link at the top of the page if you want to check that out. And, so we're looking to our partner and we're just unhappy because we're focused on what's missing, that lack of connection, that lack of communication. Either that or there's like some real, unacceptable behavior that's going on. Like either he's, treating me disrespectfully, or there's infidelity going on, or there's addictions that are happening. So, that's sort of the two areas. Either he's not giving me what I want, or he's doing things that I'm finding unacceptable, right? So now here we are in a place recognizing I'm really unhappy and I don't know if I should stay or I should go, or, can it be improved? Can it not be improved? And so, what I want to come back to, and I know I say this all the time, is that we don't have control over other people and their behavior, but we do have control over how we're showing up in the relationship and how we want to respond to what's going on, right? And the good news is that it actually only takes one person to start to shift a dynamic, right? It's like a dance. And when we change, it does influence, we have influence over how our partners are showing up and interacting with us. So the first thing that I want to invite you to do, and the first thing that we need to do, is just bring the attention back to ourselves, right? We have to look to ourselves first. And, regardless if you are wanting to improve your relationship or not, we want to, and ultimately, whether you decide to stay or go, you want to be able to get in good, right relationship with yourself first, and then that allow everything to become clear. And so this is the problem, is that most of us, we're just really looking to our partners. We're sort of looking for love in all the wrong places. And I know that was certainly my story. if you guys have heard my story before, when I was married at the time, my husband was suffering from alcoholism and depression, and I just did not even know how much I was depending on him for my sense of security, my sense of me just being okay with me, and looking to just get that love and acceptance from this other person. And I think that that's kind of what most of us were sort of looking to other people to fill some sort of need in us, which they can't do. um, I always kind of joke about this, is after I had gotten my divorce, I was thinking about the word self-esteem. And I realized, like, oh, that's why they call it self-esteem, because you can only get it from yourself. So there's no one, you guys probably know this, but there's no one else can really fill that place within you that only you can fill. And so really that's the first place we have to start, is just coming into really good, loving, right relationship with ourselves, come into good alignment with ourselves. And when we do that, everything automatically becomes clear. And so the work that I do with the women in the coaching work that I do is then we also can up level our communication skills, looking at whatever patterns of interaction that are happening. But it's really about you getting into good alignment with yourself and taking your power back, because when we're depending on other people, we're just in reaction to our how we feel is dependent on what their behavior is, what they're doing or not doing is going to determine how I'm going to feel. That's how most of us go through our lives, is just like in reaction to conditions. So do you want to be in a relationship where you are just reacting to another person's behavior, where your love is conditional upon what they're doing or not doing? Or do you want to come into your own power and be the partner that you want to be in relationship, really resourced from within yourself? And instead of coming to the relationship for what do I need to get from you, which sets up a whole, dynamic, which creates a lot of problems. Or do you want to show up as the love that you are, and from a place of wholeness, and what can I bring to this relationship? What can I bring? That's the kind of partner I want to be. I'm not in a relationship right now because I am happy. I just want to be happy with myself, my relationship with myself. And I have a lot of things that I want to just focus on in my life right now. I don't want to bring another person into the mix right away, but I know that when I'm ready, I'm going to attract the most perfect, beautiful, relationship, because I'll be attracting it from a whole different place than when I got married a long time ago. I was just not in, a good relationship with myself. And I love this definition of intimacy. Like, that was the big problem, is that that sense of emotional connection we just didn't have. And the word intimacy, if you guys have heard this definition, also means into me I see. Real intimacy begins with you and yourself, and being able to be in self-acceptance and loving relationship. This is all the work that I do, the core work for transformational life coaching, with the women in the coaching work that I do. And this is the work that I've been doing on myself for a lifetime, and that I love to be able to help you transform any unhealthy patterns of relating that are running within you. And most of the time, like I said, we're just not even aware of how, like what we're looking to that other person to fill in us. So that's really really the first place to start, is what am I looking to get from this person that I would really ultimately I need to get from myself. And I'm not negating that there's like stuff that would need to change in order for you to be happy in a relationship. And we're going to talk a lot more in depth about that in the upcoming training that I would like to invite you to join me, is the week of January 25th, 5 keys to discover if you can make your relationship work. And we're going to look at, what's not working. Can you fix it? What are the things that you really do want? How are, my expectations impacting the relationship? Are they realistic? Are there things that I need to be getting for myself? Just looking at fear, what keeps us stuck in a situation that's not satisfying to us. And there's a lot of good reasons why we stay stuck in that. Really some good training on communication. Day 4, up leveling your communication skills so you can have constructive conversations. And day 5, how do you really know when it's time to go? Or talk about the process. So click that link above if you want to join us for the training. And yeah, so that's my question for you today is to first look at how can I make myself happy? How can I take the focus off of needing to get something from my partner, and how can I start to give that to myself? And I'm happy to support you more. I know that's a big question, and I've worked a lifetime on how to be in more loving relationship with myself, and that's the work I love to help you with too. So it all starts there, right? It all starts there. We got to love ourselves first, and then we can look at what are the dynamics that are going on. And regardless, if you end up staying with this partner or not, you're getting a good relationship with you, like I said, so that you can either change how you're showing up in the relationship and influencing it in a different way and seeing what can be improved or not. And if not, then if you move on, the next time you get into a relationship, you're going to be attracting a whole different energy, a whole different type of person, because you're going to be coming from a more whole place from within yourself. So I hope that's helpful for you guys today. Please type in if you have comments. Give this a thumbs up if you're watching the recording later, if you liked it. So that gives me an idea of if this is landing for you or not. And I hope you'll join me live every day. The week of the 25th, we're going to take a nice deep dive into 5 keys to find out if you can make your relationship work. So I love you. Please, type in if you have questions, comments, things to share. And do something nice for yourself today. What can I do? This is your tip, your tool for today. What can I do to nourish myself today? Even if it's just for a couple minutes. And I'll look forward to seeing you soon. All right, darlings. Mwah. Lots of good love. If nothing else, put your hands on your heart and breathe. There's a beautiful little 2-minute heart breathing meditation in the unit section. In fact, all the recordings of all the Friday Lives right now are in the unit section. If you guys want to go back and try that, that's a really beautiful way. If you're feeling at a loss right now, like, that's nice, Risa, you got to love yourself first. How do you do that? Well, I have lots of good tools that I use in the coaching program for that. But, a good place that you can start real quick and easy, just put your hands on your heart. Go listen to that meditation. I'll guide you through a little bit of just a self-love, self-nourishing process. And let me know if you like it. All right, you guys. Mwah, lots of love. Take good care, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.